Emu just broke One Piece. And no, this isn't clickbait, this isn't exaggeration, this is the most terrifying lore reveal Oda has ever set up. Because after the last chapters, after the Holy Knight ranks, after Vegapunk's message, everything finally lines up. And the truth is so colossal, so ancient, so fundamental to the world of One Piece that it changes the entire story. Emu is not human. Emu is not a celestial dragon. Emu is not even a god. Every clue points to one reality. Emu is the Sea Devil, the primordial ocean itself, the original being that existed long before humans, long before the Red Line, long before devil fruits. And once you understand that, the Final Saga stops being a war of pirates versus the government and becomes something far bigger. A battle against the ocean itself. Let's start with the clue Oda hid in plain sight for 25 years. IMU spelled backwards is umi, the Japanese word for sea. Oda never chooses names by accident, but the community laughed it off. Coincidence, just a fun detail. But then, chapter 1167 drops, and suddenly the Holy Knights, the strongest military force under the world government, have a ranking system based entirely on shallow sea, deep sea, deep sea. Why would a group that lives on the highest point in the world, the furthest location from the ocean, base their entire power structure on sea depth? Because they don't serve the celestial dragons, they serve the Sea Devil. In chapter 1162, Whitebeard asks Rox, "Who the hell is that?" And Rox replies with the most important line in One Piece. That is the world. People took it metaphorically, but what if Rox meant it literally? Science tells us Earth was once a global ocean planet. No continents, no red line, no islands. Just endless water, endless blue. A planet completely submerged. And One Piece's world is called the Blue Planet for a reason. What if Emu isn't a person, but what remains of that original, all-encompassing ocean? A consciousness, a will, a force older than humanity. In chapter 19, Shanks gives us the earliest hint in all of One Piece. Devil fruits may have been cursed by a sea devil. Then, 1,000 chapters later, Vegapunk explains that devil fruits are manifestations of human dreams, but the sea rejects them. Suddenly, the contradiction makes perfect sense. Humans created powers that defied nature, and the primordial ocean fought back. The inability to swim isn't a drawback, it's a punishment, a curse, a leash created by the Sea Devil to maintain balance. If Emu is the sea, then Emu is the one who cursed the devil fruit users. Those who steal supernatural abilities lose the ocean's blessing. They become enemies of the primordial world. Remember the legend of Davy D. Jones, Long Ring Longland? A man cursed by a demon to live on the sea floor. And now, in the Final Saga, Davy D. Jones returns as a central figure. We learn Emu has a deep hatred for the D clan, and specifically Davy D. Jones. That legend was never folklore. It was history. Emu, the Sea Devil, dragged him to the bottom of their domain, a punishment from the ocean itself. This isn't just a clue. This was Oda telling us the truth from the very beginning. Vegapunk revealed something horrifying. The world is sinking. Not metaphorically, literally. During the Void Century, sea levels rose by 200 meters. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't nature. This was ancient weapons being used to rewrite the map, to bury a century of history beneath the ocean. And Vegapunk now confirms the rise continues. Lulusia's destruction raised the water level again. This means the entire Final Saga has been building toward one terrifying truth. Imu is expanding their domain. More ocean, less land. More control. Every island destroyed shrinks the world of humans and expands the world of the Sea Devil. Before we go deeper, listen, if you're still here, you're one of the real theorists. And if this video hits even one Imu fan, the algorithm goes wild. So smash like right now, drop a comment with "Imu is the Sea Devil," and subscribe if you want more insane Final Saga breakdowns. Because what comes next is the part Oda never wanted us to figure out. For years, one mystery haunted fans. Why does Shanks, one of the strongest pirates alive, have a crew with 0 devil fruit users? Now it makes sense. Shanks isn't preparing for a war on land, or in the sky, but in the ocean. If Imu is turning the world back into a global sea, then devil fruit become liabilities. Your entire strength disappears the moment you touch seawater. Shanks built the only Yonko crew fully immune to the Sea Devil's domain. He prepared for the final battlefield, a world drowned beneath Imu's rising tides. Now, here's where Oda goes beyond genius. In Egghead, when Luffy activates Gear 5, the ocean becomes bouncy. The anime made it even clearer. Marine ships literally bounce above the water. This means Luffy's awakening can rewrite the properties of the sea itself. If Imu represents the Sea Devil, Luffy represents the Sea of Freedom. That's why Imu fears Joy Boy. Joy Boy is the one being who can rewrite the ocean, the Sea Devil's domain, into something safe for mankind. Vegapunk asked the most important question in the series. Why would Joy Boy preserve weapons that can destroy the world? The answer is simple. They were never designed to destroy the world. They were designed to save it. If Imu is flooding the planet, shrinking land, and returning the world to a primordial sea, then the ancient weapons are countermeasures. Poseidon controls Sea Kings, the only beings capable of countering the ocean on its own terms. Pluton, not a superweapon, but a moving fortress capable of preserving life during a global flood. Uranus controls the sky, the last battlefield above the rising sea. They are not weapons of destruction. They are the arc of the final war. The Gala Company, a group of giant shipwrights frozen in time, now makes perfect sense. Frozen equals trapped beneath Imu's oceanic influence, another race removed before the tides rise again. And Joy Boy being the world's first pirate isn't a title, it's a challenge, a rebellion. Joy Boy was the first human to ever oppose the Sea Devil, by venturing into its domain, by sailing the oceans Imu once ruled alone. When you take a step back, every mystery, every clue, every chapter in the Final Saga points to the same conclusion. Imu is reshaping the planet back into a global ocean. The blue planet returning to its original form. The Sea Devil reclaiming its throne. And the final war won't be fought for treasure, or for justice, or even for the empty throne. It will be fought for the meaning of the sea itself. Imu, the sea as dominion. Luffy, the sea as freedom. And only one of them can inherit the ocean. If this theory is true, then Oda has been setting up the greatest twist in manga history right in front of us for over 2 decades. And the moment the tides finally rise, the world will learn the truth behind the Sea Devil. Smash like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more insane Final Saga breakdowns. Because the truth behind Imu is only just beginning.